Park.
Dodgers win 12-3. So as we mentioned, or as John Heyman mentioned in our previous segment, Jeremy Zoll, GM for the Minnesota Twins, saying yesterday, we have no plans to trade Byron Buxton. Now, clearly, hey, things change, but if you're a Twins fan and you want to see Buxton in a Twins uniform, that's certainly a welcome sign. And what's great about it is he is killing the ball. Had another extra base hit, another double, 2 nights after hitting a homer.
And remember, CY, we went to Twins camp before I left you on an early flight, and we got to talk with Byron Buxton, and he comes out, and I go, I'm obsessed with watching you play, and he threw me right under the bus. You said she says that to everybody.
You do say that to everybody.
Like everybody is obsessed with watching him play.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar.
You're not a liar.
I told him the truth that day, but seeing Buxton and hearing the statements that he's made, he's been very public that he wants to be a Twin for life. And I think when you find yourself as a player in a situation where that's what you want, you're putting it out there, you need to hear the GM kind of mirror your words, and they could be understood that I'm going to be here for a long time. But he should be here for a long time. He should be this staple that's in the Twins lineup for years to come. And when you look at his production, I think we're slowly getting away from the narrative. Every single time there's a conversation about Buck, it's the fact that he can't stay on the field. When you see an injury happen, it seems like the injury, he would be out for a significant period of time. But that hasn't been the case this year. It's been a couple times this year where there was some worry. I can think World Baseball Classic. He gets hit by the pitch, and everybody's, oh my goodness, is this the time that we're going to lose him? And everybody's worried. He ended up laughing this one off, ended up being fine. He was happy. Lauren, we talked about him playing in the World Baseball Classic. He was excited about it. Then we saw the crash into the wall during the season. This is an injury in the past that you would normally see him lose a lot of time, but he hasn't. He'd missed a few days, turned things around, got to doing what he does best, and that's hitting the ball out of the yard, taking his base hits, running the bases, playing good defense, doing everything he does. But 25 home runs on the season. He didn't hit his first home run until a couple weeks into the year, and you see the pace that he's on, second only to Kyle Schwarber, who has been the hottest hitter in baseball this season. But Buck, when he's healthy, he's on pace for 50 home runs in 138 games. Normally, when you pace this out, it's over 162. This is how great and how dynamic of a player he is, and I think he's found out what he does very well. What he does very well is pull the ball out of the yard. You have certain players that at some point in their career, they understand where they excel. Although he can hit the ball out of the yard, Oppo, he pays attention to understanding his plan and understanding the pitches that he can fire on to do exactly what he wants to do, which is pull the ball in the air. And he does it at an elite level. No matter what the yard is, Detroit, one of the biggest yards in baseball. No place can hold him. Byron Buxton, 9 first-pitch homers already this season. He's aggressive, and when you look at the slug leaders to the pull side, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You have a few guys, Rowley, Rooker, Schwarber, Suarez. Those guys know that they want to pull the ball. Aaron Judge is an anomaly because I'm sure when we look at his slugging percentages to the Oppo field, it's just as good. But Byron Buxton has really committed to his approach at the plate. And when he's healthy, ever since he had his knee procedure, he's been healthy enough to go out there and just put into play what he works on. One thing that he's also done that he can go Oppo, but he can hit fastballs, breaking balls. He's a player that almost becomes slump-proof because as a pitcher, you can't have one plan against him. He hits the heater, he hits the breaking ball. He's always hit the breaking ball very well, which is one of the things that's made him so dynamic throughout his career, is that he doesn't have a hole. When he's hot and he's on, your better option is solely to probably put 4 fingers out there, take the walk, because this is what he's going to do. When you look at, here we got the slug leaders with fastballs and breaking balls, Byron Buxton. Corbin Carroll stands out to me. Nick Kurtz, he's 1,000 OPS over his career already in this season. But when you think about guys who can do both, it's not too many players. Normally, you think of players, if you execute that breaking ball, you can get them. If you can get them to chase, you can get them. Byron Buxton is not that guy, and I love to see what he's able to do. And you got to remember, this is not a one-dimensional player. He does everything. He can take the extra base. He's going to steal you some bags. Over 30 bases in the last couple years without being caught. So that says a lot to me, not only about his speed, but also about his IQ on the bases. 31 bags, 0 caught stealing. Most stolen bases without being caught since 2025. That is tough to do because you have to remember there's a lot of times that you're running 3-2 count where you don't get the perfect jump. You have to make sure the guy goes home. You have a lefty on the mound. All those times, this is one of the highest baseball IQ players in the game. This stands out to me as well. The extra bases taken. What that means, the guy who can go first or third, who can score from second to home, who can stretch a single into a double, to understand when is the right moment to push the envelope and when is the right moment to step back. But if the guy doesn't have a strong arm in the outfield, you better believe Byron Buxton is going to run right in your face and be able to get it done. And then defensively, he's just one of the most exciting players to watch. Metrically, he's good, but just watching him move around in the outfield, watching the ball go up in the gap, seeing the space between Buxton and the ball, thinking there's not going to be a chance of him getting there, and he go out there and make the play. Just an exciting, fun player to watch, and you see the WAR reflects exactly what he's doing out there. When you look at his spray charts, he's a guy who's going to pull the ball in the air. Right now, the narrative has changed. He's a guy who's going to stay in the field for you. He's a guy who's going to be a leader on the team. He's a guy who wants to be there in Minnesota for his entire career. So, Lauren and Ruffalo, I think you just have to love and appreciate what he brings to the table and be glad that you have a player who doesn't want to chase the ring all over the place. He wants to stay in one place, lock it in, bring a championship to Minnesota. And I think if he stays there and they continue to try to build around him a little bit, you're going to have to make a few moves. But hopefully we can see Byron Buxton in the postseason again.
Do what you do well. It's such a good message and an important one, I feel.